Time to get your race face on. One more adjustment here. A final look under the hood. Here in the beautiful hills of West Virginia, a huge crowd assembles in anticipation for more ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Series racing, dirt track style.
Hi everyone, and welcome to West Virginia Motor Speedway here in Parkersburg, West Virginia for the Auto Value United National Bank 200 with the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Series. I'm Don Radeball alongside Bill Wegge in the tower. This will be the 12th stop on the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Tour here in 1997. This one carries a little different twist. Tonight we play on the clay, a lightning fast, high bank, 5/8 mile bull ring here at West Virginia Motor Speedway should provide a great recipe for excitement. Well, lights are coming on, the sun's going down, we're ready to crank this thing up. But before we do, let's take a short pause. When we come back, we'll check the starting lineup for the Auto Value United National Bank 200. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Parkersburg, West Virginia for the Auto Value United National Bank 200 with the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Series. Sun sets off turns 3 and 4 on this gorgeous West Virginia hot summer night. Here is your starting lineup. On the pole in the 05 car, Wes Russell, his first career pole with the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Series, alongside Tim Steele in the 16 car. Frank Kimmel lines up next inside row 2, car number 46. He's your current point leader, alongside one of the up-and-coming rookies on the tour, Jeff Finley, in car number 99. Starting 5th tonight, Dan Partis, car number 42, alongside Blaze Alexander in 26. Starting 7th, car number 23, Butch Garner, alongside Mark Thompson, car number 66. Starting 9th tonight, car number 70, making his first ARCA start of this 97 season, Tony DiPaolo, alongside Steve Kosiski, car number 53.
All right, Don, let's take a look at row number 6. Car number 9, Eric Smith out of Bloomington, Illinois. On the outside, row 6, number 6, Steve Stevenson out of Pocahontas, Illinois. In row 7, on the inside, car number 55 of Don LeDuc. And outside him, in car number 48, Mike Buckley out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. In row number 8, on the inside, it's number 20, Todd Kuhn. Next to him, car number 84, driven by Norm Betting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In row 9, it's Bob Strait in car number 21. His outside, car number 36 of Jerry Huffman. And in row 10, it's Bobby Gerhardt out of Lebanon, PA, in car number 85. And on the outside of row 10, it's car number 51, Joe Cooksey from Centralia, Illinois.
In the 11th row, the leading STP Prestone rookie contender, Josh Baldus, car number 18. Outside of him, the 10 car of Kurt Piercy. Row 12, car number 45 of Randy Huffman, alongside the veteran car number 59, Mark Gibson. Next in your lineup will be the 22 car of Billy Thomas, alongside Mike Lors in 76. Then it's Roger Blackstock in the Mopar entry, car number 12. David Boggs alongside in 4, and Dick Tracy in the 02 car, bringing up the tail end. And we should mention that Jimmy Smith had a problem in hot laps earlier on, Bill, and was unable to go in the main event here tonight.
So we'll have 29 cars starting this race this evening in West Virginia.
The first ever ARCA race ever held at Parkersburg, West Virginia, at this beautiful Speedway, West Virginia Motor Speedway, a high bank, 5/8 mile clay oval here on this very hot, steamy summer night.
It's interesting, when that pace truck went around and the headlights were shining on the track where it's worn down, it looked almost like an ice rink, didn't it?
Sure did. It's pretty black and hard tonight. It's been hot and dry all day long, and whatever moisture was in the track is just about squeezed out. What a big crowd on hand up there on the grassy hill in preparation and anticipation for the big show here tonight. 200 laps the distance. That's a long time to go on the clay, but that's the order they'll serve up here tonight as we serve the green flag. The Auto Value United National Bank 200 is on, and Tim Steele, the HSI Simlink Ford, nabs the early lead. Here is the rest of the field through turns 1 and 2.
And it looks like a very clean start for our ARCA drivers tonight.
And it didn't start out that way. These guys had their problems in hot laps early on. Several of the cars spun earlier. But they seem to have found the handle on this unique, tricky 5/8 mile bull ring as Wes Russell in the 05 car, the yellow car you see there, works the high line here at West Virginia Motor Speedway. It's Steele with the 5-car advantage, your leader for now.
It is interesting you said that, Don, because some of the drivers were talking amongst themselves before this race started. Whoa, and they've already got a spin out or two. A couple of cars going.
Yeah, speaking of spinouts, one already. It's Steve Stevenson, car number 6 out of Pocahontas, Illinois. No harm done. He's underway again.
That's really something. Nobody touched him, but the drivers were talking before the race to let's watch ourselves out here because of what happened in all the warm-ups. And I think they're on extra alert right now, especially in the early going of the race.
Yeah, they really need to be because the clay is not something they do every week. You know, there are 3 dirt track venues in 1997 for the ARCA series, 2 more coming on the miles at the Illinois State Fairgrounds in Springfield and at Du Quoin, Illinois as well. But they don't do this all that much, and I'm sure they're on guard here tonight.
A car leaving the track already. I didn't get a look at the number. Somebody's already off the track.
Good shot of Steele, broadsiding through 1 and 2. That's a great shot. Tim
really
Steele.
is a whole different feel for these drivers on the short compared to other short tracks that we see where they spin out a fishtail way to the right as they make it around the turns.
Yeah, they'll constantly have their race cars loose here tonight in an effort to get around here on the clay, but that's all part of the formula in dirt track or clay racing. Get the chassis loose, not too loose, of course, but you're going to get that hind end to kick out a little bit, as you see here. Blaze Alexander, the 26 car, working inside, or trying to anyway, of car number 46, the current ARCA point leader, Frank Kimmel, in the Advanced Auto Parts Chevy. Alexander likes the inside and looks inside of Kimmel here off turn 4. Kimmel will hold the door off for now.
This is a great angle. We can really see the cars and what the drivers are faced with as they head into turn 1 and how they really have to hold the line as they start to try to make a groove or 2 in the track.
And there's a couple of grooves going right now. You've got the inside and outside groove here. 2 grooves that I can see working really well. In fact, I've seen them 3 wide already as we watch Tim Steele continue to lead the Auto Value United National Bank 200. Further back, trouble here. It's
look out!
Car number 84, I believe it's Norm Benning in trouble, who has spun on the racetrack. He had his problems in hot lap earlier on, and he's in trouble again. No harm done. Didn't see any contact there. Here we see Wes Russell in the 05 car. He was the pole sitter tonight and continues to run second, and one of the cars, a few cars, running the outside groove right now.
Well, we've now had 2 spinouts, and the rest of the field has managed to avoid the problems, and so no yellows.
Well, that's good news, not for those that have spun already, but certainly there were no problems beyond that, no contact, and both cars able to continue on here tonight as Tim Steele continues to show the way from outside row 1 where he started, grabbed the lead at the start, and so far has not looked back. Good racing further back here, watching the action through turns 1 and 2.
Black stock ticket way high. Car number 12.
Tim Steele, the all-time winning ARCA Super Speedway driver, has led more laps on Super Speedways than any other driver, although he only has 1 win prior to this on the clay. Would like to get another here tonight.
We'll have to see how he sets up that car, how the crew has that car set up to see if they can handle this dirt for this many laps. Oh, there's Roger Blackstock, I think, down there. Yep, he has got a problem. That gives us a chance to take a pause in the action from West Virginia.
ARCA, the Automobile Racing Club of America since 1953. From the super speedways of Daytona and Charlotte to the short tracks of Salem and Flat Rock and nearly everywhere in between, ARCA has withstood the test of time. A winning formula for 45 years and still going strong. ARCA salutes the race fans, the real winners. ARCA race fans, your #1.
You are watching the Auto Value United National Bank 200 from Parkersburg, West Virginia, and is brought to you in part by Featherlight Trailers.
Good to have you back as we now get the restart after that last caution from the Roger Blackstock spin. He's back underway. No problems there as we get a good look at the huge field here tonight. Benning in the 84 car with a very loose race car. He's one lap off the pace
Blaze
now.
trying to avoid him there.
Yeah, fortunately he does so off turn 4. Alexander gets around Benning, and it's got the 99 car back there too. There's the leader, the HSI Simlink Ford. He'll take it rather high through 1 and 2. Tim Steele continues to show the way. He has led every lap thus far.
And Don, for those who are following along with us and can't see the scoreboard or the leaderboard, obviously, we are in our 24th lap of this 200-lap event.
Wes Russell, the yellow car there off turn 4, currently running second. He was the pole sitter tonight and doing very, very well, on his way to his best career finish with the ARCA Series, quite possibly. Tim Steele, no stranger to the top spot. He has led every lap. Here's the race for second. It's a good one. Frank Kimmel and Alexander in the 26 car going at it. Now Kimmel will go after the 05 car of Wes Russell. They're door to door in 3 and 4. Great, great stock car racing on the clay. The race for second off turn 4, possibly 3 wide. Alexander peeks through the middle. Not enough room there to get the job done. Kimmel still inside of Russell, with Alexander now trying it to the high side. Further back here, the rest of the field coming down through turn 1 and 2.
That is some great racing through turns 3 and 4. Did you see how high Russell was trying to avoid? Because he knew Kimmel and Blaze would be sliding out that way, and he really had to get up high on that track.
Exactly.
Look at him now, they're 3 wide.
Exactly. We mentioned the 2 grooves earlier. There are 3 grooves you can actually run here, right down against the bottom rail, through the middle and up towards the cushion. There's lots of racing room here at West Virginia Motor Speedway, and these guys are using every bit of it here tonight. Kimmel now takes the second spot. He'll bring Blaze Alexander along for the ride. He's currently third. Russell will fade to fourth, but nonetheless, a great run tonight from the Muncie, Indiana driver, Wes Russell, who's really running the cushion there, really running it high here at Parkersburg. Russell, his first career pole with the ARCA Series, and currently running fourth. And this is his first ever appearance on the clay anywhere. The 05 car Wes Russell. So our hats off to you, and what a great job he is doing here tonight. Speaking of doing a great job, we've come to expect that from the Jeffersonville, Indiana driver, the current point leader, driving the Advanced Auto Parts Chevy off turn 4. There's a lot of dust here tonight, you can tell.
It's dark and it's dirty. And there's some serious driving going on.
It's a dusty old hot summer night here in West Virginia. As Tim Steele, doesn't seem to bother him, though. He's now got nearly a 10-car advantage over Frank Kimmel, who currently runs second. Tim Steele here off turn 4. There's the advantage. It's probably even a little more than 10 cars as Kimmel continues to get the charge from Blaze Alexander in 26 so far. He's been able to hold him off. There's 2 distinct lines there. The 26 car of Alexander right against the bottom rail, and Kimmel running right through the middle of the racetrack. And Russell is even above that. We've got 3 good grooves we're working here tonight.
Watching to see which one might be this one that has the least amount of fishtail action. That would be the one you'd want to stay in, I would think. And it seemed to be on turn 4, that middle area seemed to be the place to be.
You don't want to broadside or fishtail these cars too hard on the clay. Remember, these are 3,500-pound stock cars, and I'll tell you what, you get one going the wrong way and you'll probably not get it back. These things are a handful, not only on the pavement, but especially here on the clay. Most often you run the late models on clay, which are typically 2,300-pound race cars with a lot more horsepower. These ARCA cars at 358 cubic inches of engine displacement, exactly like a Winston Cup car, at 3,400 pounds, they are a handful, and you really have to be careful here on the clay. You get them going one way or broadsiding too much, and you'll not get it back. Tim Steele has got it all figured out.
Tires, we need to talk about a little bit, because they do have some tread on the tires, not as much that you and I have on our tires, but enough to give them a little bit more traction, and that certainly is a different feel for these drivers. Running on slow, oh, we got some action right there.
Yeah, well, it was Joe Cooksey in the 51 car, got together with someone there on the racetrack, but both cars were able to keep going. Yep.
A little touch and go action here.
Yeah, Hoosier brought their dirt tire here tonight, a very, very hard compound Hoosier dirt tire. It is, and it has to be, to go 200 laps here at West Virginia Motor Speedway. Now, most of these guys, most of these drivers will attempt to go the entire distance without a tire change. Some will choose to go with new right side or left side skins, but this Hoosier tire designed for this hard clay surface, designed to go the distance here tonight. Kimmel still running second in the 46 car and chasing Tim Steele.
sight we're getting used to this ARCA season. A lot of Tim Steele and Frank Kimmel, and Blaze Alexander the last couple of weeks has been making his presence known, as he certainly found out some things about his race car and has been running awfully well, actually I think since Killcare.
Exactly. Blaze has been on a tear here lately on these bull rings. He's had 2 consecutive top or runner-up finishes and been doing very well, and currently running 3rd here tonight and a contender to win this thing. Tim Steele continues to lead.
37 laps in now, Don.
37 in. Well, lots of racing yet to go here. Steele in the HS Dye Simlink 4. Looks like he'll put a lap on the 76 car. That's Mike Loers out of Midlothian, Illinois. Been doing very well on the short tracks with ARCA. Been running the top 10 consistently. A little close here off turn 4. Steele will dispose of the 76 car. Loers putting him 1 lap back. Also in danger of going a lap back is the leading STP Prestone rookie contender, Josh Baldus, just ahead of the 16 car in the red number 18.
One thing we haven't seen too much of tonight, we don't see much drafting, and I think that's probably because of the dust and the dirt. You really don't want to sit on somebody's bumper very long, do you?
Well, that and drafting just isn't a part of the formula in the
this
half
situation.
mile or short track business. It can play a part, but the speeds reached here are not quite what you would see on a drafting style racetrack like a Talladega or a Daytona or Atlanta.
Don, we'll talk more racing right after this timeout. Welcome back to the Auto Value United National Bank 200. Don Radebaugh and Bill Wegge with you, and this segment brought to you in part by Unical 76. As Don, we get a look at Frank Kimmel coming across the straightaway.
Chasing Tim Steele.
Still chasing Tim Steele.
And the distance has diminished. Steele, his once enormous lead, beginning to go away. Compliments of a hard-charging Frank Kimmel.
Look at the pack.
Boy, and what a pack it is they pack it back into turns 1 and 2, doubled up. The 70 car, Tony DiPaolo, making his first ARCA start here at West Virginia. You see the high side of the 18 car, giving it a great run. He qualified in the top 10, is running very, very well. There's Mark Gibson, car number 59, the Auburn, Georgia driver. He has not participated on the clay. He's been on the clay, I think, 1 or 2 times at Springfield and DeCoin, but does not have a lot of dirt track experience. All that said, doing a great job here tonight, coming from the tail end.
I love this angle. You can really see what these drivers have to face as they fight that turn. That's out of number 1.
Good racing here. Steve Kosiski, car number 40, make that 53 inside of the 66 car of Mark Thompson, who makes his first start on the West Virginia clay here tonight. Thompson currently 3rd in points, holding off one of the best dirt track drivers in the business. Thompson got his race car maybe a bit too loose and opened up the door for the 53 car of Steve Kosiski, a former Busch late model champion.
Well, that just tells you what we were talking about before the last break, how this track is so much different, and anybody with any kind of experience has a tremendous advantage here. It's so much different than any other track that these guys see.
It really is. I mean, the other 2 dirt tracks that the ARCA Series goes to, DeCoin and Springfield, are mile tracks, bigger, and they're a lot flatter than this bank 5/8 mile track here at West Virginia. Also should point out that the 05 car, Wes Russell, we noticed, has rolled pit side with problems. I don't know what's going on, but that will undoubtedly negate what would have been a great run here tonight from our pole sitters. Tim Steele continues to show the way, and through traffic here and already lapping traffic, he's been in and out of it all night long and continues to be here off turn 4. Approaching the 4 car. See, it's dusty down there.
It's really hard to see them down in there, isn't it?
Wondering what the visibility is for the drivers. Apparently, they're getting through it okay. We know Frank Kimmel is, because he continues to chew the lead away from Tim Steele in car number 16. Steele has led every lap so far, but it's not without the constant threat of Frank Kimmel, who continues to chase down our leader. Still in traffic in 3 and 4. That's David Boggs in the 4 car, and the 76 again of Mike Loers. And there's possibly a little contact there.
I think, with Tim, or
and look
not
at
being
Frank.
shy about it anyway.
And that will bring Frank right into the picture, who follows the tire tracks of Tim Steele for the lead off turn 2. Good racing. Steele got hung up in traffic there. That allowed Kimmel to close the gap to within 2 or 3 car lengths. You see here off turn 3 and 4.
We probably should tell people, don't adjust your television. I mean, that is the way it is. It's very dusty, dirty down there, and that is not, and it really is what you said. It is important. How much can these drivers, their visibility, in a couple of spots on this track has got to be diminished,
Yeah,
especially when they're in the pack.
I'm sure the visibility is a bit tough in certain parts of the racetrack, but all that said, these guys are doing a magnificent job of dealing with that here tonight as we watch Steele in traffic and a whole bunch of it. The 18 car, Josh Baldus, in danger of going a lap down. Steele's in traffic. That opens up the door for Kimmel, who looks to the inside. Nothing going there. He'll follow Steele off turn 2.
Well, this has become Kimmel's strategy, obviously. Wait till they get into the traffic and then really get up on Steele and try to make the move at that time. Kimmel is obviously showing he knows how to move his car around in the traffic.
Well, Kimmel is no stranger to clay. He's been on the dirt before. As we look at this.
Oh, look! Oh my gosh!
Turn 4. Gonna try it 3 wide. They'll
Josh
think better of it
just
though.
staying out of trouble.
We hope anyway. Through 1 and 2. 42 car of Dan Partis, the 12 car there of Roger Blackstock. He'll go another lap down. As we watch Frank Kimmel motor inside of the 16 car, we have a new leader, or do we? Steele charges back. They'll make it 3 wide here. Partis, the lap car number 42, on the bottom, but off turn 4. The lead now belongs to Frank
Whoa, look at
Kimmel.
Kimmel taking down low.
Wow. These guys really
Impressive
racing
racing,
hard, and Steele charges right back, going to make it 3 wide again. Kimmel down on the bottom rail. Steele to the high side off turn 2. Door to door here. This is great. Dirt track racing, and Steele takes the spot back, Bill. This is good stuff.
Look at him accelerate and take the lead.
Steele did not appreciate losing that lead, and within the lap took it right back.
I gotta tell you, that was one of the best laps of racing I think we've seen on ARCA this year, for just excitement of guys just trying to get the lead, and then to see Steele come back and take it like that. Very impressive.
Those 4 lap cars
Oh,
had to
my
sit there
gosh.
in between all that and take it.
What is going on?
Oh, boy, that's great dirt track racing. Love it.
But once again, there's car number 16 after all that. But Frank Kimmel made his point. He showed he can take the lead. He does have a way to do that. It's just got, look to me, happen when they're in a lot of traffic. Kimmel does know how to make his way through the traffic very well.
I think Steele has...
We've got a yellow done. We've got a caution. Something's happening on the track, so let's take a break. More racing from West Virginia coming up. Welcome back. We're in the pits in Parkersburg, West Virginia, watching the drivers after this last caution and 84 laps of racing as we're getting ready to go once again, Don, and look at the dust and the dirt fly as these drivers pull these cars back on the track.
Yeah, it's all part of the dirt track formula, and visibility's got to
There's
be a
Frank
problem
Kimmel,
here.
believe it or not, right down there.
Somewhere in there,
Yep.
the 66 car,
There.
the Midway Phoenix Ford driver, Mark Thompson. But Kimmel came in, Bill, and took no tires. Let's take a Hoosier Racing Tire instant replay look at Jeff Finley, car number 99, who spun during the last break. But other than the spin, no harm done. Look at the cars avoid. The 23 car, Butch Garner, and the 21 of Bob Strait got through that mess okay. So did Eric Smith in 9, fortunately.
I am very impressed with the way these drivers have handled themselves. I was very concerned after the qualifying and everything else with all the spin-outs that we might have a lot of damaged cars, but these guys have managed to avoid each other, and it's just been one car spinning at a time so far.
Yeah, I think everybody was a little concerned over that fact because we did have a few problems in hot laps, turned quite a few around, no harm done, nobody really hit the wall or anything, but it was a concern, and all that said, these guys are really handling this racetrack here tonight well.
And we're back to racing.
With the leaders, Tim Steele and Blaze Alexander. Remember, Frank Kimmel pitted during that last caution period, so he's still on the lead lap, but back in the lineup a bit now. Blaze Alexander, the Montoursville, Pennsylvania driver, car number 26. We talked about him earlier, his recent efforts on the short tracks, finishing second twice, and certainly capable of doing that and more here tonight. As we look for Tim Steele off turn 4.
Now Frank Kimmel's got some work to do. He's proven that he has a formula, a method to catch that number 16 car. He's going to need some traffic to help him out, I think, to get back on Tim Steele's bumper.
Yeah, and can he do it from the tail end? We know he could catch him earlier with, or at least eliminate about a 10-car advantage. Let's see if he can do that and more. And remember, he's got a lot of traffic in between himself and the 16 car. Your leader, Tim Steele, who has led much of the way here in the Auto Value United National Bank 200 with the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Series Steel, showing the way off turn 2. And Bill, we've seen this before.
We've seen it in almost every race that Steele has entered. He has not had it always go his way, though. We don't know with Tim. He's had flat tires. He's knocked into other people. Things have happened with him. This is not a safe bet by any means. There's a lot of racing left, but Steele obviously showing he's got the machinery to get it done again here at Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Yeah, he's had some DNFs on the super speedways at Charlotte and Daytona. this year, but he's won nearly half the shows he's entered, which has been every show with the ARCA Series, although he's not leading the points, interestingly enough.
Lisa Express looking pretty strong in this part of the race.
Blaze Alexander very strong and currently is still running second, giving it a great run. He's got his chassis set up, you'll notice, right down on the bottom where Steele apparently has his set up to run or race a little higher on the racetrack. You see Steele taking it rather high there off turn 2. Further back, Frank Kimmel.
There he is.
Coming, but a lot of distance to make up in between Steele and Kimmel. The Advanced Auto Parts Chevy chasing. Your leader here, car number 16, Tim Steele, off turn 4. Steele, the two-time ARCA champion and defending ARCA champion, will be attempting to qualify for the Brickyard 400 with the NASCAR Winston Cup Series this season. We wish him well. That was a shot of Frank Kimmel, and here's Mark Gibson in trouble. Car number 59 will loop it in turn 2. No contact, no harm done. We'll take a short pause and be back with more from West Virginia.
This portion of the Auto Value United National Bank 200 from Parkersburg, West Virginia is brought to you in part by Racing Radios. Bill Wegge along with Don Radebaugh back with you in Parkersburg. And Don, we need to show everybody in our window what took place during this last caution period with Tim Steele.
Yeah, it's significant, Bill, and that you see here Steele rolling down for his pit stop, changing tires. Now, that's something we did not see from Frank Kimmel, so we'll see how that plays out later on. But Steele changing right side tires on the 16 car, and wondering how that's going to play out later on.
In the meantime, as we look at the live action, there is a new leader, and it's car number 85 of Bobby Gerhardt.
Bobby Gerhardt, the veteran from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, holding off Frank Kimmel. Gerhardt started way back tonight and is charged to the front. A great run from Gerhardt, who ran 5th most recently at Pocono, at the track he considers home, the big 2.5-mile triangle in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Gerhardt runs very well there and did here recently, running 5th, and is currently leading this ARCA race. Has never won on the clay, but what a great run tonight from Gerhardt. Car number 85 with a rear view mirror full of Frank Kimmel, and that's got to be pretty uncomfortable, Bill.
Very uncomfortable. Frank Kimmel, Tim Steele can tell you all about that, as Kimmel looks like he's trying to find a place to get by the 85 car, and he's not going to do it just yet. What a break that was for Kimmel, or he made use of that situation with Steele pitting to get Kimmel right back into this race.
And Kimmel got a fender inside of the 85 car and a whole bunch more here off turn 2. The leaders side by side. We've seen this pretty much all night long. Some great dirt track racing. And of course, while Steele pitted during the last caution, he did forfeit the lead. So we're here with our new leader, Bobby Gerhardt, car number 85. But I've caught a glimpse of the 16 car, and he's already coming. In fact, he's about 5 car lengths away now from Frank Kimmel.
Kimmel looks awfully good, though. It looks like just a matter of time before he's going to get by that 85 car. He's just looking for the opportunity to gun it.
But remember, Kimmel changed no tires during his pit stop. Steele changed right side tires, and I'm wondering if that's going to hurt Frank later on. We'll find out as we enjoy the United National Bank 200 with the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Series. Here's your leaders. They've been nose to tail and side by side for about the last 10 rounds. Bobby Gerhardt, car number 85, doing a stellar job tonight, continues to hold off one of the best in the business, Frank Kimmel, the Advanced Auto Parts Chevrolet. Make that Pontiac. I forgot, Kimmel runs the Pontiacs on the short tracks and the Chevys on the super speedway, so it's Pontiac here tonight with Frank Kimmel. Bill, this is a good race.
This is a wonderful race. This is exciting as it gets. These fans are loving this. Is the 46 car trying to go to the outside.
Well,
he is looking for every way. He tried the inside, now he's trying to the outside, and looks like this might be the way.
Exactly right. He worked him on the low side for several laps. Now to the high side, Frank Kimmel takes the lead. Boy, that
Woo,
car,
look at him take the lead.
That car seems to work everywhere. Down low, on the bottom, and here comes Tim Steele.
I think I see the 16 car.
Yep, I didn't believe it would take long. Steele looking for a way around Bobby Gerhardt. I believe they touched there in turn 1 and 2. But here's your leader, Frank Kimmel, the Jeffersonville, Indiana driver, searching for his first win of this 1997 season. He has 4 wins prior with the ARCA Series, looking for number 5 here tonight at West Virginia Motor Speedway. First ever appearance for the ARCA cars here in Parkersburg.
Kimmel's showing he's got quite a machine tonight as he takes a healthy lead
and has a lead in the current point standing.
Where has Tim Steele dropped back to?
Steele has faded a bit in the 16 car, as a matter of fact. Steele was able to close within 5 car lengths of Kimmel in the 46 car, but Steele got caught up in traffic, and it cost him nearly 10 car lengths on the Speedway, and now maybe even more than that. Kimmel really opening it up so far. The no-tire stop for Frank Kimmel has not hurt the performance on that car one bit.
54 laps remaining. It looks very good for Frank Kimmel at this point.
Sure does. Wondering how long those tires will hold out. Apparently, you know, Hoosier said they're going to bring a hard enough compound to go the distance.
That they would not have to change tires.
Well, I won't say they did not have to. It's a decision that they have, and Frank's decision so far to not change tires has not hurt the Jeffersonville, Indiana driver at all. Now, Tim Steele, remember, changed right side tires, and he has really faded in the lineup. There he is. He's nearly a half lap back now. Incredibly, looking for a way around the 66 car of Mark Thompson, who will go a lap down. But it's Tim Steele with his new rubber. Not at this point, it doesn't seem to be helping him all that much.
Not performing as well as he was earlier.
I don't know if maybe he got a bad set, or I don't know. But anyway, I know one thing. That car of Frank Kimmel is really working this track better than anyone tonight. That car in the latter half of this race has been dominant. Steele was dominant early on, but now Frank Kimmel is the car to beat here off turn 4.
Those just joining in, it was all Steele with Kimmel chasing. Then Kimmel went to the pits and dropped back. But every time he's dropped back, he's managed to find a way to get back to the front. And now he is way in front.
Way in front. Here, watching Steele work the traffic. He's not been able to get through the traffic as well as the 46 car here has in the latter half of this race as we wind this one down. There's the 26 car of Blaze Alexander, currently running third in his Chevrolet here tonight, working on Mike Lohr's in 76, but Blaze giving it another great run here tonight.
There you can really see the grooves in the track, how they've developed the high side and the low side. These drivers have found the paths, and Kimmel obviously has something working that's giving him a lot more speed than anybody else.
Well, they've got that chassis set up perfectly here tonight. Compliments to Jeff Lemons, the crew chief on that car, who did a wonderful job in setting that machine up for Frank Kimmel to drive here tonight. Also with a great handle is Blaze Alexander, car number 26, as we mentioned just a moment ago, running third here at West Virginia.
So now the pressure's on Tim Steele if he can find a way to get back in this race and challenge Frank Kimmel.
Well, he'll have to hurry because he's a half lap back now with time running out. Watching some of the lap traffic. There's Gearhart, the Truck World Chevrolet, still running.
Bob Strait, we haven't heard much from him tonight.
Well, Bob Strait hasn't been in the lead here tonight, but he has been running consistently in the top 5 or 6 coming from the tail end. So another great run tonight from the Jack Bowser-owned entry, car number 21 of Bob Strait. That's Bobby Gearhart, the white car there. Off turn, giving
sort of white.
Well,
might need a wash after this
yeah.
This night's through.
The Truck World Chevrolet, Bobby Gearhart, car number 85 from Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
Frank Kimmel, awfully impressive tonight. You know, he's been the points leader and he's done everything but win a race. This could be his night.
Well, it sure seems like the night to get it done. Kimmel has been in the top 10 nearly every show thus far on the ARCA Tour in 97, but he's not yet parked that car in victory lane, and maybe his best opportunity to do just that here tonight as we watch Tim Steele looking for Frank Kimmel. Unfortunately, he has to look really hard as Kimmel has a half lap lead, and that continues to build with the Jeffersonville, Indiana driver. Kimmel is on a tear here tonight in his Pontiac.
I just think experience is such a key here, not just in the driving, but obviously in knowing when to pit, whether to change tires. All of that comes into play, and Kimmel is showing that certainly experience is the key to Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Yeah, and although he has no experience here on this particular track because this is the first time they've ever ran here, but he has run on the dirt before.
Knowing the dirt, exactly.
Yeah, he's run late models on dirt and with the ARCA cars on dirt. All that said, Bill, he has never won an ARCA race on the clay, so possibly, you know, tapping the history books here tonight. A little tough to see. Visibility goes away off turn 4 there. It's a little dusty here tonight. It's been very hot today, well into the 90s here, and you can see the track. She's packed in for good here. And You can see actually black down on the track in the
You can see
groove.
it.
That's some of the rubber these Hoosier tires are laying down. Not a whole bunch, though. These are a hard compound here tonight.
As dusty and dirty as it is, it's been perhaps the cleanest race we've had this year. We've had very little thing, only spinouts, a few one-car spinouts. Otherwise, excellent racing tonight.
Exactly, all minor incidents for sure, and some great racing to boot. So it's been a lot of fun here at West Virginia Motor Speedway. Looking forward to coming back in the seasons to come.
Frank Kimmel just churning out the laps,
Boy, is he
trying to get to 200 before anybody else.
incredible run here tonight in the closing laps of the Auto Value United National Bank 200 for the ARCA cars on the clay. You know, and Bill, this is one of the probably, or is the only stock car club on planet Earth, 3,500-pound stock car, full-bodied stock car that runs on not only the short tracks, the super speedways, but the clay as well. These are basically Winston Cup cars on the clay, but we call it the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde series. And this series is very unique in that we run the short tracks, the super speedways, and the clay. You know, to run full-time on this series, all that said, you really have to have your act together, and apparently Frank Kimmel does here tonight.
To be so versatile to be an ARCA race car driver. You run the Poconos and you run Toledo and Kilcare and Parkersburg, West Virginia. You see all kinds of different surfaces and climates.
You really do, and I think versatile is the key word. To run this series full-time and to do well here, you better be versatile and be ready for just about anything and everything.
I think it makes you a stronger driver and a better driver for any other situation you face yourself in if you can handle this kind of racing.
I think if you can run full-time on the ARCA Bondo Mar-Hyde Tour and run well, you can run anywhere well. Butch Gardner, car number 23, running 6th here tonight. Great run. One of the old USAC stock car veterans still running the clay, and USAC stock cars used to run a lot of clay in years past. Butch Gardner, no stranger to clay ovals. As we watch Frank Kimmel, he'll probably or more than likely put a lap on the 59 car of Mark Gibson. There's Bobby Gearhart, car number 85. He's currently running 4th behind Steele and Blaze Alexander. 59 car of Mark Gibson in danger of going a lap down, but Gibson did not get a chance to hot lap and didn't qualify all that well as a result. Started at the tail end of this one and has run in the top 6 and 7 positions most of the night and does not have very much experience on the clay, if any. And Gibson, all that said, giving it a great run.
It's nice to be able to see some of the other drivers and cars on the track, but you hate to take your eyes off that 46 car for very long.
Well, unfortunately, the 16 car for Tim Steele...
See the 46 car, I don't think.
That's exactly right. The 46 car has checked out.
Frank Kimmel just trying to stay out of trouble and just keep the groove he's in.
And now the 21 car, Bob Strait, in danger of going a lap down. He is currently running 5th on the grid. Tim Steele driving it hard, looking for Frank Kimmel. Steele continues to run 2nd. Here's Kimmel in traffic, working on the 21 car of Bob Strait. Strait running for
Piercy, I think.
Yep, and Kurt Piercy as well, still driving with that broken left leg, still on the mend from that bad crash at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Going around the 70 car, Tony DiPaolo has run very well here tonight in his first ARCA start of 97. Frank Kimmel looking for Bob Strait now.
Staying very aggressive, Kimmel.
He's got to. With the 16 car behind him somewhere, he knows he's got to keep the pace. Kimmel now alongside the 21 car and a little more. He'll put Bob Strait a lap back. Strait, a 13-time ARCA winner in years past, running the Jack Bowser-owned entry, car number 21. That car has been a staple on the ARCA Tour since nearly its inception back in the 50s. Laps winding down. Frank Kimmel continues to open up the advantage. Now nearly a little more than a half lap, actually. He's really, really running it well here tonight.
He has got to be so excited driving that race car, but he can't get too excited. He's really got to concentrate. He's so close to winning the first race of the season for himself on the ARCA Tour. And I know he wants it desperately, very badly, to win here tonight and be in victory lane.
You bet. What a tall order this is. 200 laps around this 5/8 mile clay oval is a workout.
This is hard work.
It really is. I mean, it's hot tonight. It's dusty. It's, you know, if it's 90 degrees outside, it's 110 in that cockpit.
You never know when the guy in front of you is going to spin out.
Yeah, well, that's always
Or
part
you
of the
could
formula.
lose a little bit of control there in one of those turns.
And now Bobby Gerhardt, who is running 5th right now, in danger of going a lap down. He's the last car on the lead lap. Kimmel wants to change that off turn 2.
Didn't seem it was that long ago that it was Gerhardt and Kimmel racing 1-2, and this just shows you how strong a car Frank has and how well he's driving here tonight, that he is now about to put him a lap down.
Yeah, he's been here in the latter half of this race in a class all himself as we watch some of the cars.
Great shot.
Here working turn 1. But Kimmel has really been in the class by himself, at least in the latter half of this race. The no tire stop has not affected the handle on that car one bit. He's still on a rail.
The West Virginia Motor Speedway, Parkersburg, West Virginia. These fans have seen some racing tonight.
Boy, they sure have. And a big crowd on hand here on the front stretch, here on the grassy hill at West Virginia. This is a beautiful facility, it really is. And we look forward to returning in '98. But what a nice, as far as the dirt track business, it doesn't get any finer. This is a gorgeous facility. They worked hard on it. And got a big crowd here tonight, and it's great to see.
I'm anxious to hear what the drivers have to say after the race. Look forward to talking to them and see how they feel about this track and this style of racing out here.
Well, I think they enjoy it, actually. You know, it's a change from the paved tracks, whether it be the short quarter and half miles or the super speedways. This kind of mixes it up, you know, a little play in there, and I think they like it.
It certainly presents a challenge.
That it does,
Yes, it
no
does.
question about
Whoa.
it. And close 3 wide here off turn number 2. David Boggs, car number 4, will go a lap down. There's the race for 5th. Steve Kosiski, car number 53, haunting the 85 car of Bobby Gerhardt. Kosiski, a former late model, a Busch All-Star late model champion from the Midwest. Omaha, Nebraska, hometown of Steve Kosiski.
This race, though, belongs to Frank Kimmel. If he can just continue the pace he is on right now. I don't see that 16 car. Oh, my goodness.
There he is. He wants to mix it up with the 85 car. Now, remember, Steele is running second still.
Desperately trying to gain some ground, but he's having trouble getting through this traffic.
Yeah, Kimmel has already put a lap on the 85 car. Now Tim Steele working on the 85 of Bobby Gerhardt. Back with our leader, Advanced Auto Parts Pontiac. Frank Kimmel getting it done here at the West Virginia Motor Speedway.
Look at the bobbing and weaving going on back
Hang
there.
on, Bobby. Steve Kosiski giving Bobby a little more than he wants right now. They'll touch off turn 2. Kosiski working the 85 car very, very hard. Full race car alongside. Great race there.
You have got to hold on to that steering wheel.
Oh, it's a handful. Kimmel putting another lap on the 4 car of David Boggs. He is just in a class by himself here tonight. The laps winding down. Frank Kimmel continues dominant. Auto Value United National Bank 200 here in Parkersburg.
And as Frank Kimmel goes across the start-finish line, he has under 2 laps remaining, Don, and he will win this race tonight.
If he can hang on, that is. And by the way, we'll point out just a short time ago, Tim Steele came down pit road with a flat tire. It has put him off the lead lap here off turn 4. Frank Kimmel takes the white flag here, the only driver on the lead lap. Kimmel dominating the Auto Value United National Bank 200. Will follow the Jeffersonville, Indiana driver off turn 2. This could very easily become his first win of 1997 and his first ever ARCA win on the clay. If he wins this thing tonight, the first win for Pontiac in 1997 as well. Safely off turn number 4. Checkered flag for Frank Kimmel.
And there it is, Don. You've got to feel great for Frank Kimmel, his first win on this ARCA season. He'll make his way around to Victory Lane, and we'll talk with him right after this.
Victory Lane with Frank Kimmel, who takes his first ARCA win of 97 and first ever on the clay. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's a great win for the Advanced Auto Parts City.
We heard problems that you were having overheating trouble. Temperature got nearly to 280. It sounds pretty hot.
Yeah, it was a little hotter than that, but I don't own the engine, so I wouldn't tell them the truth. But it ran great all day. We did some work on the cooling system, and I think it paid off for us big time tonight.
Any close calls for you out there tonight? Only car on the lead lap.
That was a great way to finish. I just expected a yellow there late with me and Tim on the lead lap, and then I think he had a flat or something, so that put us ahead by a whole lap. And No, not really. I tell you what, the lab cars really minded their business great. I think everyone knew that the very, very close racing surface, and you had to be really careful what you were doing. So everybody paid attention. It was a great race.
Great job tonight. Congratulations.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
That interview down in Victory Lane looks like Frank Kimmel's going to have to go find himself a laundromat down here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. He got mighty dirty, but he is awfully happy winning here tonight. Finishing one lap down in second place is Blaze Alexander. In third place, Tim Steele. Steve Kaczynski finishes in fourth. Bobby Gerhardt was fifth. In sixth place, Bob Strait. Mark Gibson finishes seventh. In number 8 position, Butch Gardner. Mark Thompson finished 9th, and Roger Blackstock finished 10th. Number 11 goes to Mike Loris. Jerry Huffman finished 12th. 13th was Norm Benning. In 14th spot is Josh Baltus. Finishing 15th in Parkersburg tonight, David Boggs. In 16th, Dan Partis. 17th was Mike Buckley. Kurt Piercy finished 18th. Steve Stevenson 19th. Jeff Finley 20th. 21, Tony DiPaolo. 22, Joe Cooksey. 23, Billy Thomas. 24, Eric Smith. Finishing 25th, Randy Huffman. Todd Kuhn finished 26th. 27th finisher was Don LeDuc. And our pole winner, Wes Russell, finished in 28th. He had an oil pump problem. Dick Tracy finished in 29th spot. All in all, though, quite a race tonight, and what a win for Frank Kimmel.
Really was, and feel good for Frank Kimmel, who gets his first win, as we mentioned, of the season. 20 cars running in this race at the end. That's pretty good, considering how hot and dusty it was here tonight. Only 9 cars did not finish the Auto Value United National Bank 200. All in all, a great, great show.
It took him an hour and 40 minutes of hard racing, but Frank Kimmel in Victory Lane celebrating, having a great time out there tonight as he wins here in West Virginia, in Parkersburg, West Virginia, the Auto Value United National Bank 200. Well, Don, I enjoyed it tonight.
And so did Frank Kimmel, who enjoys Victory Lane here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. For Bill Wegge, I'm Don Radebaugh. So long, everyone.